What is up, everybody? Let me get that up. There we go. What is going on? Wrong one. Hey, Harvey, how's it going? Happy Wednesday to you as well. So I'm gonna do some iRacing AI stuff. I was doing this stuff on Twitch, but I figured, what the heck, I'll just finish it over here on YouTube. I gotta stop hitting these buttons. Come on, there we go. So I've already done 3 races already. I can show the finishing results of these. Finished 8th in this race. Actually I finished 20th in the first race. Then finished, let's see. Oh, it's not showing it. Of course it's not. But I finished somewhere. Over why it's not showing it beats me. But and then this I finished. Let's see if it's gonna show. Yep, race. 11th in Las Vegas. So you go, John. So let's hop in. So this may take a while to get the right adjustment for the AI system. Have a good race. It's a Phoenix, so it's considered a short track. Let me bump it up to like 75, 40, and hopefully they don't just smoke me, and I don't smoke them. So I'll try that. See if that is a good idea. Also, I need to actually figure out what time. Oh, did I already set them already? I think I did. Yes, 100 laps, 2 laps, and I already set these ones up already. So 100 laps at Phoenix. I'm doing half the distance of it. Tosses John and beer for a race. Right now, I could use one. I really could. It's been a very oddball first half of the week, so, and I'm pretty sure the second half ain't gonna be any better. But we'll see. So I got something here. I'm hoping it comes through on your end, but it's a switchboard, if in a sense. So what I can do is I can hit these little pre-slot things that are on here. So like air horn, that there's a lot of them. Definitely when I cuss a lot, I can definitely use this button a lot. Things only get worse before they get better. Yeah. Well, when it comes to me, a lot of things get worse, and I get few things, anything to go good for me. Of course, as soon as I get something good to happen to me, then the bad thing happens right around the corner within days. But I got all these little things. It's kind of what this week's been. Got claps. Louder one. That's me winning. So yeah, there's a lot of them. So get that. That's annoying. But anywho, a little fun little switchboard thing. Now it has a microphone system to it, but the problem is, I don't know why, but when I plug in my headset into it, and then I want to then hear the other things coming back out, which, by the way, I'm going to switch that because I know that's not right. Let's go to that. Let's go to that. Go to that. Oh, I want that. I want that. There we go. Alright, there we go for that. But for some reason, I couldn't. It would play the audio of whatever's on the screen through the microphone system, and so it overlay my microphone and my voice. So it's like, that's not how I want it to be, but I don't know how to fix it. So basically, I'm back to my old setup, just using that as a button switch for other things until I can figure out how to use that, because there are some awesome buttons I want to use for sure. Why are you spinning? Of course, my parents decided to watch something tonight. Go figure. Anywho, I need to go to Phoenix. And get that all set up. Alright. Quickly go out there. Something fun to do. Go around blasting a truck horn sound at people. There you go. Alright, let's see what if I made too easily or too difficult. That was a 2082. $71. Let's see. See what my lap is. 50. Yeah, I think they're gonna beat me. They got this almost set up as a mile and a half. I know for a fact I ain't running those. Okay, maybe I am. I didn't think I was. 27. I could bay run that in a cup car. I just tells me how much I like the Xfinity car over the cup car sometimes. Well, the setup for the cup car here is absolutely way too loose. They definitely update that stuff. A little too deep, but we're good. Inside there. That throttle up. Go. I think it's gonna be okay. Let me check the. They're starting to come down. It's a 33 speed time. So I guess with the I might be faster than them a little bit, but with pit road or pit stops, that should equal it out a little bit. So we'll see that. Just got home from church right before you started the stream. Oh, perfect timing. All right. Well, come on. Figure yourself out. Figure yourself out. There you go. All right, we'll move it to qualifying here. We'll see what I can do. How do you adjust the steering ratio? You go into garage and chassis, and up here it says steering ratio. 12:1 is basically, well, for this is the default. These are default things. Like this is, even though, let me be very clear, even though it's technically a open setup, I leave everything alone for what the setup is. But basically, for a fixed setup, I can only change this and brake bias. So I guess actually, not thinking about it, let me do 14:1. That may help the right fronts a little bit. And then let me go down just a hair bit on a brake bias. Get more rear input, not too much, because the last thing I want to do is hit the brakes and spin out going into the turn. So, but that's how you change it. Going to chassis, steering ratio is there. The higher the number, the slower the response to the wheels are. So the more input I have to put into, the lower the number, the less input the tires have to respond to the steering, and the less I have to help turn the car. But if you lower the number and doing that, then basically that car's doing all the work, and you can burn off the fronts really easily. So typically in most tracks, you want between a 12 to 16:1. Anything lower is just way too much. The only tracks where you'd really run like 10 or 8:1 is usually like really short tracks that you need help turning. So that's probably the only tracks really. But besides that, it's mostly 12 to 16. So anyways, let's do that. I like the steering to be responsive, but still a little play. Yeah. Well, when it comes to that if you're talking about responsive stuff, that would be your off, a little bit of offset. That's kind of your thing. But that's just offset in steering wheel, how much the steering wheel is tilted. That free play, that's an adjustment in the steering wheel itself. Like if you have to go in controller system to get the dead zone out. But alright, let's get into qualifying here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to beat him. Let's see, a 28:07. As long as I don't mess up, I can get the pole. Alright, let's see here. Alright. Yeah, it's a little bit better. A little less off, but we're good. Woo! Oh, mother. Ugh. I'm trying lap 2. the wall, John. A little conservative going in. Let's see. I'm doing P1. Holy crap, no. 28.51. So that I was way too conservative on my second lap. So a little play can help you avoid crashes. So yeah. Oh, so if you're talking about the steering ratio response, yeah. So you want to having that lower thing, yeah, or the lower ratio in it, yes. It will help with quick steering so you can catch the car. Now, however, again, the downfall in that is when you're racing, your tires doing more of the work, and the steering's doing more of the work than you are, and it will burn off those front tires very fast, especially the right front. So there is a downfall to it. My best bet is if you feel like you don't have that confidence to catch the car by yourself, I'd set to like 12-1. That way won't hurt your tires too much, but you still have the ability to catch it. That'd be my I guess opinion in the will, if you will. So now me, I've done this for a while. I know how quick a lot of these cars will snap. So I can do a 14 to 16-1. If it got loose, I can still catch it. All right. One to go. So 100 laps. We will have 81 laps. So it's going to be late in this run. So I got to be careful. Save some tire. See how it goes. Maybe get to the front early and then save. We'll find out. As we are getting ready for 100 laps here. I've noticed a lot of cars that have near misses and end up having to pit and yeah, because they just slide their tires, lock them up. All right, go. Oh, we're not gonna do that, huh? There we go. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Green flag. Inside here, see if I can make it 3 wide a little bit. Can't do it. Whoop! Well, that's what I was afraid of. Hanging on to it. We're good. I gotta be careful. I have damage on, so I kind of wish AI would do that. I could do it, but they can't, so kind of sucks. But I'm gonna take advantage of it. They just don't have them programmed to cut the dog leg. Oh, that nose didn't want. It's probably gonna be a little tight just because I. That's crazy. There we go. DODW. Boogity, boogity, boogity. It does seem like I'm a little bit faster than these guys. But, again, I think the pit stops are gonna, and the long runs are gonna change the way I drive. That throttle up, get past him. Oh, so close. All right, let's go for it again. Yeah, it's close. Yeah, like doing the whole way of All-Star race where invert the field. Yeah, they might bring that back. I think the reason why they didn't do it this year is because of the way they weren't sure how the race was going to go and how fast it was going to be. So I think they just wanted to be careful, not make it too. They wanted the track to be the all-star, not necessarily the drivers this year. This time it worked. Just gotta build a better tire. An aero platform. Yep, we're good. Going to lap 10 already? Man, I just got good runs off these corners. To P2. Whoa, go get him. Slide in that front a little bit. If they do race in Mexico, I'd like to send the All-Star race and give. Yeah, my guess is if they do anything international, I mean, I tell you the truth, I would like them to do the All-Star race more international than doing a points race, but I just don't know if people would buy into that because of, they want the race to kind of matter a little bit more. So if it was a points race, it would mean more. I just and also if they're gonna go over there, they would hate just to waste their time. Oop, contact again. To just do a silly all-star race in their mind, for the teams. So I have to say it's probably gonna be more of a points race if they go international. All right, gotta run. Drives in deeper. I take it easy. Yeah, riffing that news. Oh, got a little loose there. Power up. There we go. I'm trying to drive. Yeah, I mean, if it is the All-Star race, there is still rules they have to abide. But if it's a points race, then yeah, you can invite anyone as long as you got a spot open for them. So, if anything, points race would be better. New leader. Alrighty. Oh, now it's just time to settle in. Run that pace and see if I catch some lap vehicles and see if I can win this. See how my tires do after about another 20 laps. Well, not even that. Maybe another 15. Loose. They made just a hair bit easy, but easier. But I think, again, once pit stops happen and stuff, it'll adjust for sure. NASCAR has a lot of F1 drivers, so yeah. And the thing is, and I'm gonna say this, if you're talking about like drivers currently running F1, I don't know what the contract policy is. If they can race, in another series while being under contract with others. I mean, I don't know what their actual policy is. Now, if they're retired F1 drivers, then yeah, sure. And they want to try NASCAR, then go ahead. I'll do it. But I think it was Danny Hamlin said this. Danny Hamlin or Brad Keselowski, I don't remember. But he says if we are going to, oh my God, where am I supposed to go here? If we're going to go to international, we need to go onto an oval because basically they expect us to run on a road course over there because, well, that's kind of what they're known for overseas. So if they can find an oval track to race on, that would show what NASCAR does week in and week out for the most part. And I agree with them. I believe, to show what NASCAR really is, they need to be racing on an oval, not a road course. And then what I would do is then have one of those international drivers race on the oval and say, hey, this is our bread and butter of tracks. Can you beat us? Or, then that would prove how good we have other drivers. Taking them out of their comfort zone of always doing some kind of road course or street course and put them on the oval. But we'll bring the cars to you, that sort of thing. We'll make it easy and we'll bring the cars to you as long as you can try to do an oval race. I think that's a good fair trade-off. I feel like. Woo-hoo-hoo. A little loose entry, but that's just because I have a little more brake to the rear. Let's say if it can get a legal car and qualify into a spot, then yeah, I mean, I've did a video on my other YouTube channel, and I don't mind international drivers coming over and trying to race, because I know there are a lot more talented drivers out there than what we just have for NASCAR. But I feel like the reason why I still feel like NASCAR is still the pinnacle of like motorsports is because we just don't do ovals. We don't just do mile and a half. We do mile and a half, short tracks, road courses, now street courses, super speedways. We have a whole variety of different tracks. F1, they only do road courses. Right? IndyCar, yeah, they do some ovals, like the Indy 500, but their primary road course or street course. Super V8 cars, they do street and road courses. So that's why I'm like, we need to, if we want to see other drivers and see how well they can really race, they need to do NASCAR, because NASCAR has more variety in tracks. I mean, that's why a lot of people weren't so shocked that Sean, whatever his name was, did so well, and in fact won the race, because that's what he does, is street course racing. And in fact, the next gen cars are almost as similar to the Super V8 cars. And that's why it was like, okay. I was surprised that he won. When I saw him in practice, I'm like, okay, well, this would be a top 5 guy, maybe top 10. But he went on to win the race. So I was like, well, that's why I was excited about it. I was like, wow, we do have a lot more talented drivers out there, internationally wise. So set too low, and they would keep bombing out. Oh, steep banking. Also, it would be way too dangerous for them. Their speeds, they get up to speeds over 200 miles per hour. So, yeah, it'd be way too dangerous. But I'm just saying, if an F1 driver would have to, we could bring the cars to them, but I want them to race on an oval. I want them to experience what NASCAR majority is about, is ovals, and what we're brought up to. So that's kind of why I'd want that to happen, more or less. Yep. Well, at 32 of 100. Just kind of pacing myself right now. There's no reason for me to push it. See, we have 49 laps still to go, so well, the IMSA cars have been designed to run on those tracks. I mean, if you look at a Cup car, they sit really low too. It doesn't look like it in some cases, but they sit very low. So they're designed to run on the Daytona road course because of camber and all that stuff. They change in it. They're able to run on it. An F1 car, their sole purpose is to keep that bottom surface is sealed off to the bottom as possible to create enough downforce. So that's why they sit so low. Sometimes too low, because you even see sparks sometimes when they race. But I mean, F1 comes over here well, now they're gonna come over 3 times because this year, right? Yeah, it's this. Is it this year or next year? Next year. I don't remember. But they come over here for Miami, and then they come over for the Circuit of America, and then eventually, I don't know if it's this year or next year, but they're gonna do a street course race through Las Vegas. So they are definitely a presence over here in America. It's just them trying to do any form of the racing over here. It's just difficult. I mean, a lot of F1 drivers would love to do the Indianapolis 500, but because obviously they race in Monaco that same day, is nearly no way possible for them to get over here to do the race. So they would have to wait until the career is over before doing it. Let's see. Let me get in the corner here. Do you think F1 could be redesigned to run on speedways? No, and they don't want them. They don't want their identity to be that way. They've pretty much set in stone that they want to just be a road course style of series. Now, could they make them run on an oval? Sure. I mean, you just got to put camber in it and just get them off the ground just a little bit, and that'd be just fine. But them actually wanting to do that, no. Like I said, speedways would be too fast for those cars. I mean, I know Indy cars run on ovals, but again, they built them in there so they're designed to run on ovals. F1, you would have to change the chassis a little bit and the aerodynamics to make sure that they wouldn't just crash instantaneously. So it would take a lot of money and time to do, and again, that's not their identity. We're 9 laps away from halfway. Hope I don't beat the whole field before I have to pit. I shouldn't, but woo. That's why we're kind of a lot of American fans over here are a little upset that like IndyCar's not doing a lot more oval races. They used to. They've backed off a lot since in 2011. Dan Weldon, they were switching over to the new car like they have today, and they raced at the Mountain Half Las Vegas, which would be cool. But the problem is they would draft like NASCAR would. They'd be in a big pack, and they were afraid that they were going to cause a big crash. And not just that, cars would get hit and shot into the air. And unfortunately, that nightmare came true. Dan Weldon got launched into the catch fence, and there's a lot of speculation about how he died. They just said that he had internal injuries and head injuries that killed him. There are some rumors out there, though I don't believe them, that his head got, chopped off. And I don't believe that. I think he just had so many internal injuries from the impact to the fence and stuff. That's what killed him. And so since then, they don't race on mile and a halves. It's besides Texas, but Texas has changed so much now that they can kind of get away with it. And also the aero package has changed, so they don't race in big groups anymore. They have to actually let off, and the cars get tight or handling problems, so they have to spread out. They have proposed a straight race for F1 in Daytona, so they can say they ran it. I mean, I guess. Woo, got a little too deep there. I guess they can consider that. I mean, Daytona's Daytona. It doesn't matter where you're racing. Big track, beach. There you go. Race them on the beach. See how that goes. I should have NASCAR. For look at. Whoa. Two. Okay, what are you doing? They just went nuts. Sorry, they should have NASCAR experts looking at this wreck and see what well, what happened to Dan Weldon in the IndyCar. He just got launched because they're open wheel. He just made tire contact with another car with their tire, and it just launched him in the air. I mean, those things, they had tons of downforce, but as soon as they get a little bit of air underneath them, they're like planes, and they take right off. It doesn't take much. And so they wrecked in the turn, so he just got flung into the catch fence. But since then, they've come up with a lot of safety things and protocols, and also just the car itself. And that year was going to be the last year of that generation of IndyCar, and they're going to go to a new one. So it was supposed to be a lot safer too. And then it took a while. I think it was 3 years ago, they introduced the aero screen, so any debris wouldn't get into the cockpit and hit the driver's head. Actually, another IndyCar driver, so halfway in this race, but anyways, an IndyCar driver got hit in the head at Poconos from flying debris, and he died. So it took him about, I think, a year after that, and they made an aero screen. And since then, it's not only saved like from debris, but the driver's head getting crushed or other things. And it's just been a lot of a game changer in safety in IndyCar. Sucks that even had to, all this stuff had to happen, but as they say, sometimes disasters have to happen to make a positive change. But I wish it didn't. I mean, hell, when it comes to Dale Earnhardt, right? We wish he didn't die, but without him, there wouldn't have been maybe a huge push to get all this extra safety we have today in NASCAR. So it sucks that he had to die for it, and others before him, but at least finally, NASCAR really woke up. I would design something with a hood flap in NASCAR and IndyCar to stop them flipping. Well, they do have, it's complicated because you don't see them, but they have these kind of wing something on the sides of them. They don't flip open, but they're there to stabilize. So as soon as they go backwards, it just gives it a little bit of a wing on the back to help spool the air so it doesn't flip. But in his case, in his scenario, there was nothing was going to stop that car from taking off because he hit wheel to wheel with another car, and he rolled over, and the speed was just too high. It was going to launch regardless of any safety. So unfortunately, it was just unfortunate, and that's how he died. There was no really scenario that was going to stop him from flipping like that or going in the air. But they've done some things to help change that a little bit by themselves flipping. Now, making contact with another car, that's still so-so at high-speed tracks, but they're getting better at it. IndyCar's a lot different than NASCAR when it comes to wrecking just because they are open wheels. I mean, NASCAR, we got fenders around us. We can plow into someone. Who gives a crap? Not to say we can't flip off another car, but very unlikely. All right, let's see what laps we have left on fuel. Got 25 more laps. So we're shooting for, let's see, 2 more laps would be 23. So that would be 83. Yeah. I may come in with lap 80, have 20 laps to go, 20 laps to go, so I have time to make up my tires. I don't necessarily want to be the last person in, but yeah. The only thing is, I'll say is because the AI does not pit early per se. They'll go right until they run out of gas, and almost to like 1 lap before they have to pit. So I don't want to be too far early or be too early, because then it can actually screw up the pit stop for me, especially if for some reason a caution comes out. Not that it will, but because these cars don't wreck by themselves, they need help. But man, hell, Justin Allgaier is catching me again. That 5.2. See, once my tires wear out, they start doing a lot better than I do. But I gain a lot of time, so we'll see. You know what they say about opinions, though. No, I agree with you. I understand what you're talking about. I'm just trying to understand, tell you that what the AI does in general. If it was a human decision, but with another human, yes, I would say I would come in with 10 laps to go, my fuel, try to leapfrog some guys. I would try to do that. I would force them to race you and run out of gas. Yeah, I mean, well, once you pit once here, because we all have to pit once. Him and I have to pit. So, once we pit once, we'll all make it on fuel. It's just that. I don't really, unless I mess up myself, like wrecking, I should be okay, regardless of when I come in. I know it's a little boring because they're not really truly racing me. I mean, I made it just a little bit too easy. Oh, we got a hell of lead lap cars about to go lap down here. Inside him. Oh, drifting up. Go power off. There we go. Keep low. Put him lap down. Oh, side by side, of course, gotta be. There we go. Pass him. Drive down onto the apron. Woo. Went in a little too deep. We're good. Alright. 30 to go. And oh, wrong one. Hit the wrong button. Got 11 laps till at the pit. So, yeah. About lap 80 will be my best time to come in here. So about 9 more. Get my fuel, get my tires, and let it rip. Oh, they're giving up, it looks like. He's telling me that. So, wait. He's telling me that. They got to be at least at 50%. So, they might be just under 40% when I get done. So, that's not bad, actually. And I got about 10 laps left on fuel. It's pretty good. It's pretty good saving my tires, actually, then. They're down in the 30s or 20s. You know you abused the heck out of them. Oop, get off the wall. 8 more laps. So I'll probably come in here. So about lap 80, I'd come in. 20 to go. They'll extend a little bit longer, but that's all right. I still got this field covered pretty well. Man, we're gonna lap up the top 10 here. The dude I was racing for the lead 1 point is now almost gonna go lap down. Well, actually, well, he was in top 10. Woo. Good. Loose, trying to power off, getting inside of him. Bring it down to here. Woo, a little loose going in. Few more laps here. Few more laps. Yep, 5 to go. So I'm gonna come in. Two more here. Actually, one more, I guess you want to say. So, cross the line. Right here. Alright. Pit this time, pit this time. Come on, lap 80. On lap 80. 21 laps to go. Alright, here we go. 4 tires and fuel. No speeding penalties, nothing like that. Keep it nice and easy. Have this win in the bag. Yep, I just now the car's pitting. A lot of people are pitting. So, they're doing the same plan I was. Alright. There we go. Alright, that is it. Gotta take it easy just for a few laps. It's gonna be loose. Woo! Yep, told you. 20 to go. They're just coming in, so Trucks hasn't come in yet. You can tell. Slow. Super slow. "20 laps, you just burn them off now. You don't care." I go too fast, but you know, too aggressive, but go pick it up a little bit more. Back to P2. Just waiting for the lead of the pit, and that'd be it. Unless I'm already the leader. Let's see. Yep, P1. Back to P1 now. Yep, pit cycle's changed, and back to the lead. Oh, jeez, dude. Carlo, idiot. And that was the AI being stupid. I thought I'd have enough time to get past him before the kink there, but just a little bit too slow. A little bit tighter now. Just a little bit tighter now off too. But doing good here. Land them up, put them down. Alrighty. Clean track for a while here. Oops, nicked the wall. Boy. Alright. Coming to the line. Now for 10 laps to go. 10 to go. Time to put a whooping on him this one. As somehow some races are in real life too. Alright, to the line. Next time by will be 5 laps to go. It would be sick if they put Los Angeles Col. Oh, no, they did. They have it. iRacing has the LA Coliseum. Yep. Oh, trust me. They were waiting for it. As soon as they knew, they were itching to put it on there. They were itching to put it on iRacing. So, no, it's not a points race. It's just for the Cup Series for the beginning of the season. But you can run it whenever you want to. If you want to do it for a host or a league or whatever. Alrighty. From the line, 3 to go. At the line. Three to go. It's a quarter-mile track. Bristol is a half-a-mile track. So it sits right into a football stadium. So yeah, but iRacing has it, so it's very slow, but it's fun. And for the Cup cars, they only have to go to like second gear out of 5. So yeah, it's a fun track. It's irritating to race with people on iRacing just because people like to dive bomb and wreck people, but still fun regardless. All right, coming to the line. One more lap to go here at Phoenix. There's only like 8 cars in the lead lap, I believe. Turn 2 down the back straightaway for the final time. Trying to find the air horn here quickly. Through 3 and 4. I will win at Phoenix. Let's go. Yes, sir. Alright, let's get over here and do some burnouts. The open ceremony for the 2028 Olympics will be at the... Yeah, basically that's where it's a football stadium for one of the championships, and then also the Olympics as well. They use it for, so. Oh yeah. NASCAR said, "Oh, what the hell? Let's put a racetrack inside of it." Alrighty, yeehaw! Come on now, who wouldn't be like me doing this kind of... I can make you sick just doing this. I can make you feel sick doing this. That was fun. Let me do this. Actually, let me go back to the basically around lap 3, because at least I was with cars then that were on the lap at that point in time. Alright, and I'll do it later. I want to kind of do like a 1, 2, 3 pause thing on it, and that should be yeah, right. Make you sick. I'll make you sick. And then I'll just do a screenshot when I'm done for that. But already, that is done. I'm gonna save it because it's already saved for a live stream. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. Anywho, all right. So, yep. I won. Finish. Hooray. So I get the race there, and let's see what standings now I'm in. I'm 13th now in the standings, so hopefully I can move my way up to the points. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this live stream. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And tomorrow is Thursday. I don't know. Again, I always come up with things on the fly. I'm hoping here. I keep saying this. I'm gonna keep saying it until it finally comes true. Eventually, we'll do the OCRP iRacing League. And I'm saying this very angrily because it's starting to actually tick me off. Because we're starting to run into where if we are doing this, we're talking about probably mid-November, late November before it's done. And I'm like, let's kind of hurry this up because we're kind of running out of time to start doing it. But hopefully we will. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. And I will be back on tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night.